I'm preparing to run sound for a school event that requires miking an upright piano. I've recorded recitals on grand pianos in the past. This is more straightforward because I can lift the lid and point the mics directly at the strings. Miking an upright is a bit trickier. When I record my Yamaha U1, I remove the front panel and I point a stereo pair of Oktava MK-319s at the strings. But I can't do that for this show. On the school's Kohler and Campbell upright, the music stand is attached to the front panel. If I remove the front panel, the kids will have nowhere to put their sheet music. It also doesn't look that great on stage. So I have to come up with a plan B for miking the piano. To prepare for the event, I ran some tests where I recorded my Yamaha U1 with 2 mic positions. For the first test, I opened the lid and pointed the mic directly down into the body of the piano. I ended up not including these tests in this video because I didn't like the sound. The sound that came up through the open lid sounded muffled to me, probably because it bounces around inside the piano before coming out the top. I then tested recording the back of the piano with 3 different microphones: a Shure SM57, an Oktava MK-319, and a Rode NT4. The NT4 is a stereo mic, but I converted the recording to mono so that the stereo image doesn't distract from the comparison. Here are the 3 recordings in random order. I balanced the levels of the recordings, but I didn't apply EQ or any other processing. Take a listen and see which one you like best. Now I'm going to play the same recordings again and reveal the mic that was used for each one. Each time I do one of these mic comparisons, I'm surprised by the results. I love the sound that the MK-319 gives me when I point it directly at the strings. It tones down the brightness and gives me a nice mellow sound. But when I put it on the back of the upright, it sounded really muffled. The sound of the strings coming through the soundboard was less bright, and the MK-319 removed even more high-end content from the sound of the piano. The other thing that surprised me was how bright the SM57 sounded. I expected that a dynamic mic would sound mellower than a condenser, but this was clearly not the case. With the SM57, I hear a lot of highs and mids, but the lows and low mids were less pronounced. In the end, I decided that I like the sound of the Rode NT4 the best. It gave me the clarity that I like while still having a rich and balanced tone. And since it's a stereo mic, I also get the benefit of a nice stereo image. Here's the NT4 recording one more time in stereo instead of mono. Once again, this is the raw, unprocessed sound of the microphone. Thanks again for watching my mic experiment. I hope that you got some value from the video and maybe even learned something new along the way.